we'll see the Giants and Chiefs, a series New York leads 11-3, dating back to 1974. But this is their first time facing Patrick Mahomes. All the action is headed your way. Next.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 109 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the option right, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Barkley. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
First carry for Devontae Booker. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
They'll run with Penny. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here's Hardman on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. KC's offense ready to take over.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seven, our score after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense in this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Jones throw on target to Shepard.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
2nd and 7.
Throwing Jones. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Good play there by Frank Clark. Only 6 sacks in 2020, the fewest since his rookie year of 2015. But don't let that small number fool you. Provides consistent pressure against quarterbacks. A Pro Bowler the last 2 seasons.
Gano's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Mahomes will try again on second down. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun. Mahomes looking deep for Hilton. He's got a man complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Joe Judge, I have to say it, going to present his case to the officials. He's thrown out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Matt LaFleur had it right, and he'll wind up winning that challenge. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. A second down carry for Booker. Shifts by him. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Let's go.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film
Let me
review.
see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept churning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now left side on the swing pass. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's a give to Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Saquon Barkley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll come out in the pistol.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
We play to win.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is down to a field goal. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to throw. Jones. And the throw left sideline here is caught.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Second down at 7.
Back to throw again. Open man right side is Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Gano for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And he's been pretty good under the lights here tonight, hasn't he, partner?
He certainly has, and I applaud him for that because I don't know what it's like for you, but to me, preparing for a night game involves a little bit more. Trying to hold your intensity, hold that edge throughout an entire day of waiting to get out there and play. You know, the meetings, what time you're going to eat, all of those things. He's harnessed it very well. It's turning in a nice performance.
It's closing in on 100 yards. For me, it's all about the afternoon nap for a night game.
I like the way you prep.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman.
And he will have the Chiefs 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the 29, Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman.
7 yards the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Williams. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 64 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Booker on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now Jones opts to keep this. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And finally brought down at the 43. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
On the option right, it's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, It's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Second and 8.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. 10, and he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones to throw on 3rd down.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete.
Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Complete to Hilton. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes now on first down.
Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Second down, McKinnon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Handoff, it's McKinnon. Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it with Williams. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right? And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pettis now on the return.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, here's the option. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. Booker from the pistol. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he will have a Giants 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Off play action. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 1st down Giants. Jones to Ingram. From the gun, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Touchdown, Giants! Dante Pettis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Jones throwing for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 37.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you, because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught left side by Hilton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the off.
And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Jones. A short throw to Ingram. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw is Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Gano's kick is right through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Mahomes connecting with Hill, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw it. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Pettis now on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Chiefs, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.